Marissa and April had just dropped Nadia off the day before when Caroline had approached them at once, asking them to go back out. There was another little girl seen in the footage taken of Nadia. Her name was Farah Klein. Farah liked to play at the same park that Nadia had. It was a big park, and surrounded by dense patches of trees that stretched as far as the eye could see. And there was an ice cream stand only a block away. It had been so easy to lure Nadia away from the park that way. They hoped it would be just as easy with this one. Marissa didn't like how quickly they were making the move after just giving Nadia to the transporter the day before. But they didn't have a choice, orders were orders, and apparently Farah was worth big bucks according to Caroline. So they sat and waited for their opportunity to strike. There were too many kids at the park right now. Meanwhile, Detective Hannah was canvassing the neighborhood, looking for anyone suspicious. Anyone who didn't stick out but they didn't necessarily fit in either. It was almost dark out when her phone rang. It was the station. The emergency line. She picked it up without hesitating.
Hannah, what have you got for me?
I have a caller who says his kid not only just witnessed the taking of a little girl at the same park it happened just a day ago, but he also recorded it with his drone.
Tell him that he needs to get in his car with his son and head straight to the police station. I'll meet them there. Thank you, officer.
Her heart was pounding as she hung up the phone and turned around to head back to the station. She knew they'd screw up eventually. They had to. No one was perfect forever. And they'd gone 2.5 years without being caught now. Without making a mistake. She got back to the station and quickly walked inside. She was directed to the first interrogation room where the father and son sat, waiting for her. She entered the room and got right to business, asking to see the footage first. She watched in horror as two blonde girls led Farah towards the entrance of the park and halfway round the block, before an old-fashioned green station wagon pulled up beside them. The door opened, and the two girls shoved Farah inside, as the vehicle took off casually.
What made your son record this? We're going to need to keep the memory card for a day or two while we download the footage and analyze it. You did great, buddy. Did you know what was going to happen?
He heard Farah scream, so he kept recording. When I watched it back, I